Greetings, my fellow climbers. Ben Pearson, the Roadster Tracker, and we're trying out a game called Insurmountable. I have played the tutorial, and that's really as far as I've gotten. I don't know a ton about it beyond there, but as many of you may know, I kind of, if you follow the channel for a while, you may know that I like the thought of climbing high mountains. It's not something I'm likely to do in my life, but I like the idea of it. And I've played a couple of different climbing type simulations before, but this is a little different because this is a roguelike, which is also another type of games, or maybe it's a roguelite. Probably a roguelite, because it does seem the difference between the two, for those who are unaware, with a roguelite, then there's some kind of a progression that you get some items as you continue that you can use, and it seems likely that's the case here, but I don't really know. It should be, hang on one sec, just gotta fix the title. Okay. Anywho, I've done the tutorial for this. I have not progressed anything beyond there yet. So we're gonna see how this goes. And yeah, the tutorial, you just start out climbing. Oh, you have different things. Okay, so let's see. We can do Master Climber Skill. 20% energy cost on all terrain for 3 hours. Or we can do Sprint. It'll get us through quicker and raise our temperature for a couple of hours. Or we can do Night Owl, where we gain experience during night. In events during the night. Well, I kind of like this idea. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Climbing is pretty substantial. Oh, we have a bigger backpack now, so we could do a tent. Is this the weight of them? Let's go with a couple of climbing ropes. Oh, we don't have any capacity. Oh. So I don't think we're gonna need the tent based off of the tutorial. We'll see. The climbing ropes though are pretty uncommon. Tents seem to be pretty common though. Okay. The beginning, that one's the one we've completed. Then a number of rumors of journalists finding the mountain, find him and use his investigative skills to find a way out of the time loop. That's right, there's some sort of a time loop thing. Okay. Search for clues that will lead us to the journalist. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, start mission. So, the mysterious stranger has seen another person in the mountains. This person is not from the area and looks like a journalist. That can't be a coincidence. You think he will make a good ally, but you have to first find him. So, basically, tracking device. Some missions require you to use a tracking device to find your next goal. You can activate it on your skill bar, lower right. I guess that's what this is. Hang on. What that T is. You can move your camera to find the goal. The closer your goal is to the center of the screen, the stronger the signal will be. Remember to look up or down to get a more precise location. Okay. So we're looking for this dude. So what happens when we hit this? So it's vaguely in this direction. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we're in kind of a nasty little cliff. Let's walk this direction. And what we're doing is we're keeping an eye out for events. We're climbing along here. Maybe there was more events in the tutorial though. So like this. This is an example. So we're gonna stop here, we'll back out. One of the annoying things is like every time you click it adds a new point. And when you left click, when you right click it will stop, and then right clicking will clear the previous point. So we did think it was a little bit up, but man, it's brutal to have a climb this early. You enter a vast cave, several passages are located. We could sleep in here, but let's follow the noise. You walk a few steps down the passage, the clanging gets louder, it's so dark it's hard to say how far it is. Let's keep going. Keeping one hand on the wall, you move your way forward carefully, the clanging sound muffled regular as if it was coming from a broken machine of some sort. Walk further into the cave, suddenly the noise stops. What were you thinking? Outcomes unknown. You turn around, stumble up the passageway, after a while you stop still. Have you lost your way? The cold seeps into your bones. You keep going, suddenly your knee hits something hard. Feeling around, we have a climbing rope that we found, but we got an injury, and we finally spy some light. Okay, so that's something. We're not going to sleep, so let's keep going. That's nasty. Well, we're still fairly low on the mountain, so we have a lot of... Well, hang on. We're going to go to right here, and then I'm going to use one of these charges. So that's going to use substantially less energy to get us there. Ooh, this is just treacherous. We got to go up and down. We can't go over this because it's too rocky. Can't go over that one because it's too rocky. But then there's a couple of different things that are right here, and we're going in the right general direction. Temporary injured leg for a little while and the climbing rope. Yep. So at about 5,000 meters or 6,000 meters is where we need oxygen. That's where they call the death zone. The death zone on Earth is actually 8,000 meters, and 6,000 is a little low to be using the O's for anyone who's making serious attempts. But you know, some people need it. Okay. There's an active fire pit, but not a soul around. Flames seem to be fighting the icy wind for survival. We can regain warmth or energy. Let's get some energy. Okay. Making up for all that energy that we burnt. In front of you, rocks and stones have been meticulously piled up to form a mound, a grave. Let's pay tribute to the dead. Whatever poor soul who was lost their life up here, they shouldn't be disturbed. After a brief stop, you move on. I continue the journey. A little cold, but I got some sanity and some experience. And a lot of time used. Okay. Well, let's just do the tracker thing again. No signal from this direction. Sounds a little low on the... Okay, so it's right there. Oy. All right, let's do this. We're going to use the second charge. Don't show that again. And we're going to go up as high as we can. Just keep going straight up. It's gonna burn all of our energy, but that's okay. We gotta find this journalist. That's important, right? Keeping an eye out for any easy to reach quest markers, but I don't see any. If there was one along this edge, I would definitely stop and take it. We see one over here. So let's go there. Oof, we might hit the death zone already. Let's stop here. We have low energy. It's time for us to sleep. We did not take a tent. Ooh. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping we would find a tent. Whoops. Oh, I should not have done that. Okay. Let's use the last one. Good. Air's getting thin. We've entered the death zone. Let's see. Take it slow. 1 oxygen per hour when moving. Ascend as quickly as possible. Will decrease energy while moving. Or we can mend the wounds. I think we need the energy. We're gonna really need some energy. Hopefully there's a tent here though. Come on, tent. I found so many tents in the last time, in the tutorial one. Yeah, okay, it's a cave, good. So let's explore the fault. Make something lying in the fault. Looks like there might be a backpack. Let's climb down. Sure. So the edge, lower yourself down. Excited, we find an old backpack. Nothing, we climb up frustrated. Darn. So let's lie down and sleep. Now it's inside the cave, so we're gonna get a little bit of boost, but we are using some of our oxygen and we do not have any oxygen bottles. But I think we're gonna be going down. Okay. So let's go here. Oh wait, level up. So let's stop, and then once we get to the top here, we're gonna see if we can see where this journalist is. So level up, we can do reduce time cost when moving for 24 hours. We can do when walking up, whenever you wake up, gain 4 energy, 4 temperature. Yeah. I think sanity, this is a really powerful one, but we don't have a whole lot of things. Let's take it slow. Yes. Okay. So we are very cold. Discover a plane crash. We can't afford the temperature, so let's take a quick peek inside. You find some equipment. What do we got? Insulated boots. Woo, keep us warm. Good. So we got several things that are up here. Clink clink. Climb your way up a sheer wall of ice. You suddenly feel a frigid draft, and a split second later you hear the crash of an impact. You throw your head back and you see looming above enormous columns of ice glowing along the face. One of them just hurled into the depths. Um, we're low on temperature. We gotta keep climbing. Your heart skips a beat every time you move. The columns of ice are holding for now. Icy panic seeped in the edge of your visibility. You finally made it to the top. Do you think you're lucky stars you weren't plunged into a rocky grave by a falling chunk of ice? Woo! That was intense. Oh, there's one of those. Nightfall. Discover a large leather saddlebag lying on the ground. Discover faded hoof prints. You find some herbs in the saddlebag. Okay. We'll take that. That'll help our sanity. The cost of a little bit of health. Yeah, let's keep going. Ah, there's a lot more. This is more of what I expected to see. We just started out in an area unusually void of them. This one's a bigger deal, I think. And I'm gonna get these 3. I definitely want to get that one, because that's a glowy one. It's not that far away either. You enter a cave. Ah. You notice a faint shimmer of light. Let's follow the light. It's coming from hundreds of fireflies. Fascinating. Return to the cave entrance. We gain some sanity. Let's lie down and sleep. And let's sleep long. Get our temperature and energy up. Our oxygen is kind of low though. That's gonna become a problem. Okay, we're gonna have to descend. Let's see, level up. Preserve energy. This is actually really critical. Warm thoughts 1. Anytime we use an item, we gain some body temperature. Good. Because body temperature is our biggest limiting factor. Let's see what this is. We do need to descend though. Guess they're not that bad, but you lean back against a rock face. A distant melody reaches your ears, soft, tender, and beautiful. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply and evenly. Keep listening. Music seems to be coming from inside the mountain. Could it be another legacy of the occupiers, or maybe its origins are more mysterious? It's a huge sanity boost. Cool. All right, let's use this. So it's somewhere vaguely here. Okay. We need to go lower on the mountain. So let's get these 2. And it's somewhere this direction. Reach a small plateau with monoliths arranged in a circle, the remains of an ancient culture. Figured long in a long cloak is crouching on the ground, muttering something unintelligible. They rise and knock over the stone pillars one by one. Let's stop the figure. You call it to the figure, they ignore you, continue their destructive actions. Not even when you're standing right in front of them do they take any notice. You place your hand on their shoulders and suddenly your vision goes black and your legs give way. When you come to, the stranger's disappeared. The sight's broken. You leave this place with a strange feeling. All right. That's interesting. We're going to start going through some steep cliffs, so we're going to want to use our rope again, but not quite yet. I like this because there's no combat, but it's a roguelike, and it is. In a rocky hollow, well protected from the wind and weather, you discover the tents, or what remains of one. There are slashes in the tarp as if someone cut the tent with a sharp blades. Scattered outside the tent are items of clothing and provisions, but no sign of the owner. What did they leave in such a hurry? We have the means. Let's go ahead and thoroughly search, and this will warm us up a bit. In a sleeping bag, you find a thick book bound in leather. You engross yourself in reading handwritten entries and learn about a zoologist who spent most of their life searching for an undiscovered species of genus Homo. There's also a sketch of a hirsutu, human-like creature almost 10 feet tall. It reminds you of legendary Yeti. That's a lot of experience. Cool. Reduced penalty with sleeping out a tent. That's probably pretty good. Okay. So we need to descend. Yeah, that's a big drop, and we're going to be making a few of those. Hopefully we can get out of the death zone. Your path leads to a sheer wall with a snow tower high on top of it. You are progressing carefully. When you hear rumbling, you assume a crouching position. Take a deep breath. With a blink of an eye, you feel the weight of snow pinning you to the ground. Your only chance is to dig your way out. Dig fast or dig slow. Let's go fast. You know your brain is sensitive to lack of oxygen and the death will take you in a matter of minutes. You dig as quickly as you can. Panic stricken, you break through. That was close. Woo. Okay. We're still in the death zone. Oh no, we're not. You entered a vast cave, several passages. There's a noise, let's follow it. You walk down, the clanging gets louder. It's so dark it's hard to say. Let's keep going. Clanging sound, muffled regulators coming from a broken machine. Noise stops, we can't hear anything. Turn around, she stopped still, we lost our way. And we found an oxygen bottle. Well, that would be helpful. Lie down and sleep. This will get us some oxygen. Let's go ahead and sleep for a while. It's kind of nice. You don't really need food. Food is just a means to get energy, but there's other ways to get energy. Okay. So it's like right there. Let's go to here. That's gonna involve some fairly steep, so let's go ahead and use our rope. We're not summiting this time, we gotta remember that. Last time I summited, and the summit always has a very steep peak. So, and you're in high oxygen stress. I had to sit and take a couple of breaks near the top. Okay, we're in the death zone again. It's okay, we're gonna leave it real soon. Probably won't be in the death zone once we hit that. Actually. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Oxygen is going up much quicker, so we get a little lower. I guess we have our oxygen improved abilities too. Okay. See footprints in the snow in front of you. They've almost been swept away with the wind. They're clearly human and very large, like those of a giant. It would appear the giant is wandering around barefoot. You follow the tracks to a crevice where they end. At the bottom of the crevice, you can make out scraps of cloth. Someone fall down there. So you could jump across and pick up the trail on the other side, or do we want to climb into the crevice? We have the time. Why not? Crevice isn't very deep. You climb down effortlessly. It's not a giant you find, but a woman's corpse. You move closer into the dark. 2 empty eye sockets. What happened to her eyeballs? Could the animals have eaten them? You search your torn tool could find an identity card from Research Institute for Zoology and some equipment. Okay, we got a protective helmet. That's nice. Okay. Crevasse fits the ground in front of you, blocking your way. You risk a glance downwards and notice an old backpack hanging from the ledge. You could climb down. Sure, why not? Squat at the edge of crevasse and lean forward. That's still out of reach. Just keep trying. Lie on the ground. Carefully move towards the edge of the crevasse and lean out. The tips of your fingers almost brush it. Still no good. Just keep trying. You find a branch, lift it. You're finally able to lift the straps. Very carefully. Wood's old and rotting. You're worried you won't be able to handle the weight. Let's keep trying. Just as you reach it, it slips through your fingers. All you can do is watch as it goes down in the crevasse. Shivering for the cold, you continue your journey. Well, we tried. But we got to level up, so that's good. Even more energy gain. Temperature when moving. That's actually huge for us right now. Yeah. That's big. Okay, let's spot this. Okay, it's on the back side of this. Interesting. So let's go kind of around it. We'll try again here. Oh, whoops. We have low energy. So it's in the middle of the day. It's reasonably warm. Let's go ahead and sleep. Just briefly, though. Just for a few hours, lose some sanity, that's okay. Get our energy levels up a little bit. More importantly though, we're recovering from having spent all of our time in the death zone. This is enough. Let's go ahead and use this. It's risky. It's risky, but let's go ahead and do it. That's a big increment. And we don't have a ton of energy right now to spare. You breach crunch as you walk across the living clay. The ground gives way. We want to pull ourselves out, or do we dig our way out? Let's dig our way out. Scoop aside the snow with your bare hands. The cold in fingers becomes unbearable. We get out. Okay. Maybe that was a mistake. Seeing some interesting things over here. And once we get here, let's see if we can track it. Oh, there's a lot of items of interest. Are we back in the death zone? We are. It's fine. So it's pretty much straight down. I think I want to stay up here though. No, I mean, if we have to climb down, then let's do that anyways. Okay. Left the death zone, good. Energy's not too terrible. This has a tent icon. I'm hoping that means it's a cave. I haven't figured out what all these icons mean yet. I should. Okay. Yeah, this would actually be a really good spot to find a cave. It is a cave. Well, that's it. Sleep for a while, get our energy up, temperature will be up a little bit. Everything is good by sleeping. The daytime, take a nice long sleep. So let's go ahead and go up here. We may as well get these two. Death zone again. They're so close. Counter a mountaineer sitting listlessly on the icy ground, doesn't seem to notice. Do we encourage him to stand up or give him an extra oxygen bottle? We'll give him the oxygen. We're not climbing to the top. He remains seated and won't be moved. Okay. That's fine. I hope we don't need to summit because oxygen bottles are really helpful if you're trying to summit. We have full oxygen though at the moment. Reach the shore of a frozen lake. On the embankment you find the remains of a camp. Look around, nothing useful in sight, or is there? There is some unopened cans of food. Let's try it. You made it. You collapsed on the embankment and canned food in the pack. That's gonna taste good. Woohoo! Okay. Beautiful. Well worth it. Actually, hang on. Cancel. Let's do zoom in. Curious, it's in this direction. Okay. So we need to go down. Probably through this valley here. I'm gonna go here anyways. But then we're gonna keep going towards this stuff. Because this is an easy walk. An easy walk for some possible stuff is good. Yeah, our oxygen's in great shape. It's an easy walk, but it's really in the wrong way. Cast iron rings, old batons. You tilt your head all the way back. You make all the batons lead to a small plateau. Why would anyone have gone? So should we climb the wall? We can do that. Yeah, sure, why not? The hooks creak alarmingly as you use them to pull yourself upward. You hesitate, fall from this height, kill you. Slowly you creep up inch by inch until you find the plateau and sheltered rocky niche. Places provided a refuge for mountaineers before you, and they left a tent behind. Ah, nice. That's huge. Controlled breathing, I don't think we're gonna need... We could use some sanity though. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So we'll gain a little bit of experience by walking in the night. Wait, that's a... Hang on. I didn't realize that's a glowy one. Those are the good ones. It is worth going a little ways out of the way for a good one. When it's not that far. It's an easy walk. We'll do it. I don't know that they're really any better, but it's glowy. We have to try it. You enter an expansive cave. Countless stalactites are hanging longer than arm. Water droplets trickle, smooth and relax. Must be thousands of years old, dating back to the first traces of people on this island. It makes you happy to think anything could endure for so long. You two are here to achieve something that will outlast you. Hey, that's a ton of sanity. That's huge. And some experience. Good. So we're gonna need to stop somewhere soon. We have a tent now though, so let's sleep. Use the tent, sleep for a while, gain some body temp, yeah, all sorts of good stuff. All right. How do we get over? Okay. I was not really expecting that. So let's just keep going in this direction. We'll stop if we see anything we need to. But this should be fine. We have a fair bit of energy. I may use the rope. Yeah, we don't see a cave sign. So I'm gonna use the rope here. Oh, there is one. Never mind. We'll stop by there first and probably sleep. Guess that's the sanity gain, maybe? It's hard to say exactly what these are. Maybe I'll look it up, who knows. Is that the... I think that's what we're looking for, is just right there. You know, yeah, why not? Okay. Now I'm actually going to go up to here first. We're going to go through there anyways. Okay, it's probably going to stop. So this is just the first point of interest though. There will no doubt be others. Okay, it's a cave. Let's follow the light. Weatherstone, strange light. You touch it, flows energy. You feel invigorated. Sleep is now the last thing on your mind. Nice! So temperature, energy is all way up. Okay. As you pick your way across the boulders, you notice an indigenous man below you, waving his arms. He's trying to tell you to hurry. Many of the rocks are loose and dangerous. Let's move carefully still. Climb slowly, you're nearly there. Your foot catches on something, a boulder hurtles down to the frozen ground. You hear a short start scream. Oh. Poor guy. So I'm gonna go to this one and then we're gonna go. Branches nearby bush are completely covered in spider webs. You notice spiders vanish into the ground. Should we reach into the hand? Sure, reach into the hole. They didn't hurt you. A cloth bag, it's empty. Oh. Still, that's some experience points, which is good. Experience points make a huge difference. Discover a tree. You don't know how it could survive this altitude, but the sight comforts you. Good. Got another level up. Oh. Okay. I think we'll wait. I have a feeling that after this first clue, we're going to probably want to sleep. Steps have been hewn in the stone, leading to a pedestal of some site, a religious shrine. Do we want health or energy? Well, energy, obviously. Okay. I really like this game, actually. It's a pity. I think this was an epic free game at one point in time, but it hasn't had as much attention. You come across an abandoned campfire. A few half-burned scribbles are peeking out between blackened twigs, something about an anomaly. These obviously belong to the stranger. You dig around the ashes. They're still warm. The stranger can't be far away. After a short pause, you get up to go and find him. Okay. Nice. So I guess we don't need to. Let's track. Okay. Significantly increased experience gained for 48 hours. Whenever you use a consumable item, you get more body temperature. That's not as big of a deal. Still, we'll take it. You know, let's use this. I keep forgetting I have that. I think this is as rocky of terrain as we're going to be in for a little while. Okay. We may want to use our rope to... We'll see. Catch a scent of the wind, burning wind. You discover a patchy, dingy tent. Next to the tent, glowing embers of campfire emit a thin plume of smoke. No soul for miles. Let's call out. Call out. Suddenly, you hear heavy breathing. A local missionary with a dead mountain hare slung over his head makes his way towards you. Gives you a friendly nod. Without a word, he stokes the campfire and skins the hare. Meat is roasting, giving off the mouth-watering war. He invites us to join him. We use some refreshment. Oh, nice. That's cool. Get a little bit of food in. Oh my. So we're gonna have to go this way, huh? Okay, well, let's just go that way then. Okay. You counter a slope filled with rubble. Even your first step sets off a mini landslide with rolling beneath it. So let's try to find a different path. Yeah. Detour is the best option. Give it wide berth. Good. Better safe than sorry. What is that marker right there? Huh. Oh, that's just where day was gonna happen. Okay. Wow, the day happened very, very suddenly. Yeah, we might... Let's get here. We'll check where things are going, but I think we're gonna have to climb over this, which means that using the rope would be highly advantageous. Every now and then the camera gets a little stuck. Okay, let's see where it says. So it's roughly there, but in order to do that, we're really gonna have to go up and over. So let's go up and over. Wait, yeah, that's what we have to do. Never mind. Wow, I just chose a bad path. Well, I may have used this too early, because the steeper climbing will be here. We're probably going to hit the death zone over there again. So we'll start losing oxygen, but we have oxygen to lose. That's not a huge deal. It's not too bad at all. Yep, we're in the death zone. Okay. Climbing rope is just about to end. Yep, it's over. That's fine. We got a few little events here. Let's go ahead and search these out. Won't hurt us to be using our oxygen for a little while. Pretty decent energy. Trudging across the snow-covered plains, your boots catches on something stretching lengthwise around the ground. You're stunned to see a thin black cable. Let's follow the cable. Cable leads you to the edge of a small canyon. You can see it runs down a sheer canyon slope, ultimately disappearing rubble. Seems there was an avalanche down. Let's climb down. Gently probe the thing. Rock seems like it holds. You shift your weight. A large chunk. The rock comes loose, crashes to the bottom of the canyon with a loud boom. Your hands tremble. Your legs are jelly. That's a risk. You should focus on the task on hand. All right. Gain some experience though. Remember, every time we visit one of these for the next 3 hours, we gain a little bit of sanity, which we need. Crevasse splits in front of you, blocking the way. Glance down, notice an old backpack. Let's try to grab it. Backpack's still out of reach. Keep trying. You did it! You inspect the backpack. Its heft gives you hope that reviving was worth the effort. Discovered valuable equipment. What do we have? Heavy boots. Minus 15 energy on stone. So we'll go ahead and take those. Don't know if we'll use them much, but it doesn't hurt to have a little extra. March up the hill where the wind has left wavy patterns of snow in this uniform. Take one step after others. You slip and land on your behind. You slide down the slope. Ooh. Come stop your heart pounding. So we lost an hour. A little bit of oxygen. Okay. It's not horrible. As you walk past a massive crevasse, you hear faint cries for help. You identify an unfortunate mountaineer. Let's try to save him. You climb down the crevasse. After some time, you reach the bottom. With great effort, you manage to save the mountaineer. His gratitude is beyond words. Nice! When a stat other than health reaches 0, your status is critical. Uh-oh. So we need to sleep now. We'll go ahead and sleep for a while. So we can build up our energy. Okay. Gain significant body temperature when moving. Increase energy costs? No. I'd like the mindfulness. Well, we don't probably need that. So let's do Under the Stars. Okay. Yeah, we probably should descend a little bit. Ooh. Going forward, this is going to be a little tricksy. But let's get to this point of interest, and then we'll start plotting out the direction. Daybreak, good. You step through a rock. Man torn a knock blocks your way, points the backpack with a scowl. Is he going to mug you? Stranger starts rummaging around his own backpack. He only wants a trade. He would like to have some canned food. So we could do a tent. What's this? A bandage. A tent. Or an oxygen bottle. I think we'll take the tent. Okay. Because we can only use the tent that we have one more time. So let's do this. Okay, so it's right in that direction. It's a long ways, but sure, why not? And we will use all of our energy long before we get there. Well, at some point in time, once we hit the climbing part, if we don't see any points of interest on this side, then we'll have to stop. I really like this game. It's a very chill game. This is the type of game that I like to play when I'm, watching something in the background or whatever. Let's go to right there. One more. And then we'll use... Whoops. One more. Take the long sleep. Yeah, we need the energy. And this is the last use of this tent, so I tend to use long sleeps in the tents. Okay, so let's use this. Let's go to here. That is a point of interest that is in the right general direction. That might be the summit. Actually, let's pause, not here, but the next one, right there. Okay. If I had to venture a guess, I would say it's actually over on this side. That's okay, we'll go ahead and make this. I'm going to use this. Okay. Got some steep climbing going on here. Yeah, this is like the other mountain climber game I played, but it's a lot more. I mean, the other one was probably more realistic, but the other one, there are parts of this that are more realistic too. Like you actually have to climb down from the mountains. That's an important thing. You don't just get to the top and insta win. Found that out through the tutorial. The tutorial, you have to summit the mountain. I wish if I had understood how the game worked better, I probably would have played the tutorial for the first time, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Path leads you along a narrow ridge. Mountain falls away sleepily. Let's... Do we want to... I don't think we can afford the detour. We're in the death zone. We don't have a lot of oxygen, so let's keep going. Almost made it across. Thrown to the side. So we have an injured torso. Less oxygen when moving for 16 hours. Nice. Find the remains of the camp. You look around, find nothing useful. Some unopened canned food. Let's try to retrieve it. There's a creek as you set foot. Spider webs in the ice. Let's keep trying. You could fall through any second. We'll keep trying. You made it. You collapse on the embankment and have the canned food. Good. So I think we'll just eat this right away. We need to get out of here, so I don't want to sleep. I should have used... Oh, we're using Master Climber. That's fine. Oh, we're fairly high up now. Wow. That really might be the summit. I may regret not bringing oxygen. Descend into cave and breathe deeply. The air down here is warmer, moister, and richer in oxygen. You almost feel as if it's befuddling you. Let's take the oxygen, please. Okay. Discover the remains of mountaineers. Skin is gray and cold. Let's just take a quick glance. Find nothing useful. Okay. I mean, he's not going to need it, but we don't want to go searching through him. That sounds just wrong. Terrain slopes down in front of you. It's completely covered with boulders and fragments of rock. Let's climb over the rocks. We don't have a lot of time. Wobbles the foot, flail desperately, can't keep the balance, we tumble, and we have a hand that is injured. Okay. That's gonna hurt. You enter a cave. We do need the energy. We'll be kind of low on oxygen, but that's okay. This will give us a chance to get healed. We'll be kind of low on oxygen, but that's okay. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will give us a chance to get healed. This will Okay, let's do our tracker again. So it's somewhere vaguely in that direction. So let's go, let's see here. So I'm gonna go to here. Oh man. We're definitely using a rope here. That's a very, very steep climb. Oof. That's our last one. Okay. Still, this would have taken so much energy. I mean, even as it is, we're using almost half of our energy just for this short little jaunt. And that's with our bonus. Well worth it. Sit down, rock, relax, warmth fills our body, touch the stone with your hand, it's warm, so warm that the ground was melted. You close your eyes and regain sanity. Actually fairly warm. Considering we're as warm as we are, let's go ahead and use these. Okay. Oof. We got some very steep drops here. There it is. Okay, we'll just go straight there. Yeah. Especially while we've got the climbing rope still activated. It should give us a little boost in energy at least, if it is like the last one. We're almost out of the death zone. I think we'll cross that threshold. There's a cave over here that we can use if we need to. Death zone left. Good. So oxygen's going to start increasing. So let's see what this second clue is. Who knows? Time will tell. Oh, I thought he was just gonna sit down. I'm like, what? Lazy bum? Purposely not touching that tent because if we need to, we can go back that way. Did not find a flashlight this time, unfortunately. That was a very handy find for exploring caves from my previous run. This is just normal difficulty, by the way. Okay, you enter a cave and see a mountaineer with modern equipment. It's in the middle of cleaning his camera. Draw attention to yourself. He looks at you inquisitively, doesn't even bat an eye as you tell him about the time loop and the station you want to bring him back to. As about to leave, you hear a shrill siren. You cover your ears, contorted in pain. Glaring light radiates from the stone and envelops you. Uh-oh. I guess that's the end. All right. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, so it gains a lot of experience that carries over in different areas. So we got mission rewards. So this gives us some character points. Okay. Environmental knowledge. Event knowledge. Wonder what that means. So we're very, very close for terrain proficiency. What do you need for that? What kinds of things? Out walking at night, walking in the death zone. Dangerous terrain crossed is the big one that we gained a lot of points for. That's the most. Okay. It's event proficient. I mean, it's interesting. Unused consumables gave us item proficiency. Okay. Very cool. How could this be? Just seconds ago you were on the mountain and now you're suddenly back in a strange station. Stranger is here too, as though she was waiting for you. The stone brings you back here as soon as you hear the siren and time resets. I think it just returns to the place of origin. You should know we are in a former research station where experiments with gamma rays were conducted. Apparently, they wanted to create a gigantic electromagnetic force field. The entire island was essentially a restricted area. Hardly anyone knew it existed. Something went wrong, some sort of breakdown. The radiation was released, caused countless anomalies throughout the mountain range. Ultimately, they must have triggered the time loop. Time only moves normally in the station, maybe because it was the location where anomalies originated, I don't know. Anyways, I found the glowing stone in the room next door. It's all that remains of the experiments. Can't offer you a better explanation. Many things are just as incomprehensible to me as they are to you. One thing I figured out, the stone responds to radiation. We won't succeed without it. Please continue your preparation so we can get out of here eventually. We have another ally. Learn from each other in the way we have any hope of escaping time loop who all put together as a real team. Cool. So team upgrades. So we don't have any knowledge. Okay. Character upgrades, though. We do have some. Thick skin, reduced health loss in events, or reduced time cost on all terrain. That would be very helpful. Preventing critical events. Thick skin. Significantly reduced health loss in events. I mean, let's go with this. Oh, I see. There's... And now we have the journalist as a character. Gain 160 experience. Thirst for knowledge. Ooh. I like that. Oh, and then we have another 200. Gain some experience, reduced energy cost on flat terrain. Yeah, maybe. Sanity loss in events reduced. Sanity hasn't been a major factor, but I do like to gain more experience. Okay. Oh! Well, hang on. Reduce oxygen lost in the death zone. Yeah, let's do that. And then reduce body temperature in cold weather. Yeah. And then event knowledge. Less energy loss and time loss, I think. Well, let's do experience gained. All right, I think this is pretty good. Huh. All right. Can take a little bit more stuff than this. Honestly, these climbing ropes are very, very useful. But the flashlight would be 2. Nah. Let's just take a look at the missions. Investigative journalism side mission. Find 3 temporal anomalies, then reach the goal. Presumably, these ones we don't have to go as far. So let's try this. Side quest. A lot of event proficiency and character proficiency. Cool. So we'll try the journalist. This will be interesting. Gaze on this mountain vista. Somewhere out there, strange operations, similar anomalies connected to the time loop. You have to seek them out and find more about them and learn to their advantage. They may be able to help you get better, stronger. We have a cave right here. Wow. We may as well use this right away. Cave, follow the light. Coming from fireflies, gain some sanity. Okay. We're gonna leave it alone. We're pretty healed. Ooh. So really, let's get up to here. Reach the start. Continue the journey, yeah. That's just a pure coincidence. Okay, so this is where we're gonna use the rope. Oh, we gotta level up. Yeah, let's use this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use this to save a lot of energy. Although the amount of energy isn't that high, I guess it's because we're lower on the mountain, or I'm in better shape, or who knows exactly what the problem is, but okay. I really like this game. I really like this game. This combines, in a unique way, a lot of kind of my favorite types of games. It kind of feels like an RPG, roguelike, mountain climbing game. It's kind of low key. We'll be playing this again, at least the next stream I do. Trip and bang up your knee, cursing up a storm, you kick the rock, trip over, crack in the ground, someone's used it to hide possessions. Let's make the crack bigger. Reach the crack, gaze into fingertips, feels like a thin book of some time. Earth has not been kind to it, you skim the notes, they're penned by near 50 years ago, before the island became public knowledge, and we found some provisions, which are band-aids. Okay, we'll take it. So let's get up to here. We use quite a bit of power already. Okay, we're in the death zone. Let's send as quickly as possible because we're not going to be in there for very long. So it's over here. Let's go here. And then we're not close enough to know exactly where it's at, but Let's just see what happens when we click here. All right. Click there, then there. Yes, that's the path we're going to take. It should be a most excellent path. All right. Actually, we'll stop here. Energy's fine. Just looking to see if any one of these is a cave, and I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, none of these are particularly steep, so I'm not super concerned by it. All right. I'm gonna stop here. Then we'll change our course here. Stranger sitting motionless on the rock. His naked torso is adorned with a number of tattoos, strange patterns, and symbols. Let's talk to him. As you approach the stranger, he hurls a rock at you, grazes your shoulder. You suspect he probably doesn't want to talk to you. You think? But less oxygen, which is not really a big deal. Minor torso injury. Okay. Preserve energy. Summit fever is ending soon. Okay. Desert of snow and ice stretches before you, radiant in the sun. You screw up your eyes to see better, feel irritated, and start to itch. Tears are running down your cheeks. Cover eyes and start walking, or stop and relax the eyes. Let's stop and relax the eyes. Protect them from sun rays so you don't go completely blind. You pack some snow on the eyelids. Pain subsides, tears dry up, you feel cold now. That's fine. Not a big deal. Once we get to here, we're gonna check again, but I pretty much, no matter what, am going to hit this point up. Okay. Step through rock, giant of a man, torn August, sun blocks away. He wants to trade. So he wants the band-aids. Do we want food? A tent? Let's take the tent. We don't have a tent, and we're probably gonna have to sleep soon, so... can I delay that? Let's do, well, I don't think we're gonna spend a lot of time in the zone. Let's reduce time cost. Sure, fine. Being able to move a little bit faster would be good. Once we reach here, we're going to search again. All right. It's an active fire pit, not a soul around. Flames seem to be fighting for the wind. Do we want warmth or energy? Let's go with energy. Shoot, we're in great shape. All right. very much this direction. Ooh. Let's go to right about there. Actually, I think... Don't know. I do not know. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, let's just keep going then. Let's not use our rope. That's what I was debating. Okay. Yep, that'll take us straight there, and let's just go into easy mode. Let's cruise through this and see where we end up. Collect these anomalies and unlock some stuff. Getting pretty close to the death zone, but we're not there, so... Okay. That looks like it's actually a little down. Reach a wide open plain, lightning shoots from the ground, some kind of see-through ice raises towards you. Found the anomaly, or did you find it? Do we throw something into the anomaly? Or let's just watch it. Close your eyes as clouds surround you, through the face you had. Thoughts race through your head, memories, but they are not your memories. You feel a strange connection to the mountain, all the people and creatures live with us. So we gained a whole bunch of experience, some energy. Cool. I'm okay with extra time cost. That's really not a big deal. Okay. Well, okay, let's just go ahead and go to there then. Just trying to decide the best approach. Okay, we're in the death zone, but not for very long. I do think we're gonna have to climb over here. Oh, there's a tent cave over here. We don't need it at all, though. Like, not even a little bit. Okay. Yep. Skeleton tree, discover countless red ribbons. Can't decipher the writing. Do we want help there? I mean, we'll take the energy, but obviously it doesn't make a huge difference. So let's go to here. And then we're going to start climbing high for a little bit. Because we're doing steep climbing at this point, we will activate our rope. We're full of energy though, hang on. Yeah, that's so much. Jeez. Okay. So much less energy. It's crazy. We obviously don't want to... Let's just go to here. I think we're gonna walk around here for a little bit. Okay, let's go to right there. Good. Still have the climbing rope for a little while. The oxygen's going way down. Wow. How high? We are actually pretty high. I'm a little surprised we got to be that high, but once again, I wonder if this might be the summit. I think this is the summit. Ah, it's a pity, but we're not gonna summit. No summit fever. But we do need to get down soon because we do not have the oxygen to be up here for any length of time. Ooh, got a golden reward. So we'll take a peek and see from here where we're going. Almost certainly down somewhere, but what direction? I don't know. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we'll hit that up in just a sec. So close to the summit. Half buried in the ground, found a stone plaque. Let's stay and dig it up, sure. Grace finds and characters etched in stone, some kind of writing system. You regret you're unable to read the characters. There must have been a civilization long ago. You pick up the plaque. You find some provisions, which is hot tea. Nice. Make us warmer. Discovered tree. The sight comforts me. Cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this and then we'll do the level up. Actually, let's do the level up before. Ignore dangerous terrain. Lower energy cost and steep terrain, but increase sanity loss. Yes. We're gonna do that. Because we got a lot of steep terrain no matter how we go for a little while. So, but sanity's looking fantastic. Sparks fly in front of you. Approach the mysterious apparition. Deep down, you know it's not dangerous. Light calls to you. Stand in the middle of sparks. You throw your arms in joy. Feel pins and needle sensation in your fingertip as if your whole body was being recharged. Feel strong. Nothing and no one can stop you. Take a few notes continuing onward. This is useful information. Nice. Okay. So this direction. Okay. It's probably a good spot to stop. We'll keep an eye out for other stuff. Tent, yeah, we can sleep there. We're still gonna be death zone high. So we might want to be a little careful. Yeah, we'll stop there. We'll need the energy for sure. If nothing else. Okay, much, much better oxygen use. Part of that's because we're lower. Body temperature is actually increasing. Interesting. Enter cave, notice the smell, follow the smell. Follow the smell, can't find anything except for tufts of fur and bones. We did level up. Let's lie down and sleep. Sleep for a while, recover everything, lose a little oxygen. Oh, little cold temperature, interesting. Guess it's just cold out here. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Actually, hang on. Whenever you reach a point of interest, gain sanity, or sanity's fine. Our body temperature is a little low. Gain some energy, body temperature, and oxygen when waking up. Yeah, sure. Excuse me. All right, all right. Once again, we're very close to the summit. We're going to the wrong tile by 1. Okay. Does take us a slightly different path. It's too bad we can't traverse. But we're fine, and we're going down. Wow, we're high. Oh no, a storm. That's bad. This will sap our energy. Catch yourself. Well, let's quickly pull ourselves out. Energy is going to become an issue. Rocky Hollow, discovered tent. Why did they leave in a hurry? Let's just quickly search through the provisions. Think aloud the book. Grossed in about this zoologist. Oh, we've read this one before. Gained a lot of experience. Okay. Keep going. We're dropping down a fair bit. Air is becoming almost breathable at this point in time. Would love to... Oh, there's a cave right there. Suddenly hear a loud bark behind you, saying St. Bernard bounding towards us. Sits at our feet. We notice a harness on this bag. There's a bag strapped to it. Find provisions inside. Nice! That's some good stuff. Got a bottle of oxygen. We got temperature. Cool. Okay. So we need to go this way. Well, let's go ahead and descend. Let's go to the cave, though. We'll go to the cave, and then probably here. That looks like a good safe bet, and just keep generally heading in this direction. We'll probably have to go down, which will be good. It'll be good to get out of this weather. It's just pretty awful. Okay. Into the caves, dry in the wind, notice light, follow light. Fireflies, we got some sanity. Let's lie down and sleep. Let's stay for a long time. Okay, we're losing a lot of oxygen. But we're getting close to the end of the death zone, so I'm not too terribly worried. Our visibility is so low. Okay. Let's go ahead and level up. Yeah, let's get reduced energy cost while moving. Energy is quite precious, and I think we're going to be using a lot of it. I guess the steep climbs use a lot more oxygen, which makes sense. See footprints in the snow in front of us. They're human and very large. So we've got the crevasse. Let's carefully climb into the crevasse. It's not very deep. This is the animals, research of zoology. So we found the zoologist. And some equipment. Climbing gloves. Nice. Oof, we gotta get out of the death zone. Which we're almost there. I think this next one will actually take us outside, so we're fine. The oxygen should start to go back up. Death zone left. Woohoo! Choo-choo. So we'll get down here. March along a mountain ridge. Slopes with gnarled trees defying the elements. Spot an oxygen bottle and narrow ridge. Could take a branch and try to salvage it. Sure, why not? We have an oxygen bottle like a trophy. Cool. So I'm never going to make the assumption, though, that we're not going to need oxygen or a tent. It's so hard, though. You have so little that you can take from the beginning. Okay. Walk past the massive crevasse. Cries for help. Unfortunate mountaineer. Yeah, let's try to save him. Slip and land next to the unfortunate climber. You managed to save the climber. He's beyond great. We lost a lot of health and a lot of energy. Well, okay, we're out of the death zone, though, so we're not in a hurry. Let's go ahead and do this. Get our energy levels way back up. And then we're going to track. Okay. So we're heading in this direction. I don't know. Ooh, it's nightfall. Normal weather, tomorrow weather is cold. Cold is okay. So let's try this again. So it says it's like right here. Okay. This is fairly mild terrain. We'll just go through here. Keep an eye out for anomalies, but I'm not really seeing much. Oh, we missed that one, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll use a little bit of energy, but nothing too terribly bad. And we're, you know, gaining lots and lots of oxygen. Excellent. Sanity loss is a bit bad, but not horrible. Okay. Yeah, we may not need the oxygen bottle, but we gain experience by having extra stuff, so therefore it is worth it. Okay, it's right there. I don't see anything else anywhere near here. So let's just go straight there. Get this done with. Yeah, no big deal at all. I think it just said find the 3 anomalies. Should be just fine. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this, because I really like that this, you know, it's just an adventure type game. You do have death, but it is still very, very much a roguelike game without combat of any kind. You're fighting really against the mountain, which is very neat. There is nothing around here. Wow. Okay, heart starts racing. Notice something ahead. Air appears to shimmer, as if the freezing air was actually hot and humid. You move closer, walk through a veil, a glowing veil. There's a room, but not really a room. Transparent dome structure. Sluggish motion, limbs relax. Your thoughts quiet and you become one with the mountain. The anomaly is truly a magical place. Feeling much better, it's suddenly in good mood. You decide it's time to continue your journey. Okay. And then we just need to go over here to finish. Alright. At least we know now, once we get there, it is over. We have a lot of this, but we have a lot of sanity, so I think we're going to use that. Let's go ahead and sleep here. Sleep for a while. Get the energy all the way up. Sure. We're sleeping through a cold day, I guess. It's probably better to be sleeping, though, than it is to be out and about on this cold, cold day. Tomorrow's clear? Yeah, it's just gonna be cold and nasty. Wide crevasse is blocking your ways. Snow bridge you could use to cross it. You're not certain it's stable. We don't have that much temperature. Let's use it to cross. Cross this bridge safely. Good. That's kind of crazy, actually. Okay, so I'm just gonna click that. That'll take us to the final goal. Are we back in the death zone? Yeah, we're in the death zone, but we're barely gonna be here. Let's actually go over here. This will gain us a little bit of experience. Okay. Climbing in the death zone is good for you. And in Nightfall even more so. Gain some nice experience. So we're just going to try to gain a few more little tidbits before the journey is through. Okay, for snow's piled on top. There must have been an avalanche recently. We can take the tea. Start to dig. There is the cave that's right nearby, so we'll go ahead and do that. Find a piece of fabric, pull a stranger out of the snow. He'd stop breathing. Try to revive him. You did everything you could. Oh, it's too bad. Ooh, we're cold. But we'll find a nice warm cave for us to sleep in. That should help things. Hopefully. Enter the cave, dry and sheltered, follow the smell. Okay, gained a little experience. Lie and sleep down. We're going to sleep for a long time, get our energy recovered, and then it'll be daytime. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer. We're cold right now. Wow. I think this is where we go. I think maybe that was our start tile, but our end tile is not quite the same. It's okay, I don't really want to go back to the start anyways. Okay. I do notice that our body temperature is warming up. Path leads you across a narrow ridge. The mountain falls away steeply. One wrong step and you'll plummet. Do we want to risk it? Let's keep going. Checking stability of the ground. You almost made it across. We're thrown to the side. Oh. -2 oxygen per hour when moving. That's fine. Just a fractured rib. Doesn't even matter because of where we're at. Oh, we got another... Yeah, we'll explore the cave. But that's it. We're not going to actually sleep here. If we would, it would just be for warmth. Wide deep fall in the earth, stretching front. Let's explore the fault. We see a bag. Let's climb down. A small ledge. Ledge breaks away. Finally come to a stop. Your hand's covered in grazes and scrapes. Oh. You ignore the pain. Search for the item, which is in fact an old backpack. Contains some equipment. Makes up for your sore hands. Good. Insulated boots. Put those on. So we used a little bit of energy, so let's sleep. Well, yeah, we'll sleep briefly. This will let us be going in the nighttime, which will give us a little bit of bonus experience points. Okay. Looks like we just have the 2 things left. Boy, we have dropped substantially in elevation. Okay. Two injuries at the moment. Nice. I think this is going to be our last anomaly. Unless we want to walk way... Is it that far out? Catch the scent of the wind. Discover a looking tent. Let's call out and see if the owner's nearby. You're heavy breathing. Oh, mountain heroine. We saw this one before. He joins. Use some refreshments right about now so we gain some energy. A lot of heat. Ooh, nice. Let's take Harden. So I'm going to go over here and we'll get that, and because we have the extra energy, we may as well. And then once we do that, we're going to reach the goal. Okay. So it's turned up. Get someone open digging here. Let's dig deep. Fill a green. They're about to give up when we find a ruined crate. Who hid the crate here and why? We have a couple of oxygen bottles. Good. With that, we're pretty much done. Ooh, nasty, nasty storm. Well, it's a good thing we're getting out of here soon. We're gonna hit the time loop again and we'll go from there. Okay. Pause briefly around. Consider taking a break as chilling sirens ring in your ears. And we are done. All right. Let's see what we got. So you always want to do the level ups before because they do give you proficiency points, which is huge. Just need a little bit more proficiency points. Come on now. Oh, good. Excellent. Train knowledge, event score, extra capacity to start, and some new items. Very, very good. Okay. So let's start with this. Ears are still ringing. You're getting used to the side effects of the anomaly. Mysterious stranger seems to be waiting for you again. You want to know what happened to him? It's an unsolved mystery. You've spent a very long time trying to find the answer. Left everything behind. Almost as if they vanished into thin air. Very stressful situation. We'll figure it out eventually. Need to focus around. Let's run some more sims. Okay. So the adventurer sprint reduces time cost and gains additional body temperature for a couple of hours. Gain more experience in events during the night. This could just raw increase the body temperature. That's pretty big. Let's do this. And then I suspect this... well, let's increase max energy. That's the one we always run out of. And then the journalist can do max sanity. Health isn't really that big of a deal. Sure, we'll take that. Terrain knowledge. Protection from terrain events, I like. And then let's say more on ice. Environment knowledge. We don't have anything right now. And event knowledge. I do like energy loss reduction and increased experience. Okay. Inventory. So we could take another rope. You know, the rope's not always required, but let's do a flashlight. Let's do a can of food. Okay. Scientist on a mission. Find the scientist and take him to this mission. Take him to the station. So we're looking for scale the summit, then reach the goal. Okay, let's try to find the scientist. I think this is the last person that we're going to try to find. Will be the engineer or the adventurer. Mysterious woman tells you about another mountaineer wandering the mountain. He probably walked straight into the time loop as cluelessly as you did. Some information indicates he might be a scientist. You want to find out more to convince the stranger he could come with you. It could be helpful trying to figure out a way out of the time loop. Yeah, that sounds very good. Okay, so where are we going first of all? Click, click. Where's the tracker? Where am I going? I guess we go that direction. So if we're going that way, yeah, I guess we can start out coming this way. It's a good way to do it. Good path, good path. Okay. That's a sanity event. We don't really need one early on, but these tend to be items, I think. So we'll take those. March up the hill. Endless uniform. Take one step another. Slip behind. That was close. Okay. Little loss of sanity. That's okay. We're just going slightly insane. That's no big deal. As long as it's only slightly. Feels wrong to ignore this so close. Yeah, we'll go investigate it. Find a backpack concealed. Follow the tracks. Spot a tent. In the front, we approach, poke our head inside. It's abandoned. The backpack contained nothing but an empty brandy bottle. Okay. But we did get some experience, which is very helpful. Yeah, the events almost always give experience, so it's worth it. Especially a glowy one. Gaze wanders across, narrow ridge, something catches your eye. Some flowers. Nice. I'm gonna go with reduced time for 24 hours. That seems good. We're doing mostly pretty flat terrain, so not a lot of energy. I say that, and we've actually eaten a fair bit of energy, haven't we? Okay, what a sight. Northern Lights. Gain some experience. When waking up, yeah, we'll take that. Still very early on this journey, so I think that's going to be a big advantage. Didn't even look at the other ones, but that's such a good one. So you jump over the debris, slip and catch your foot between rocks, your ankles in agony. Let's clear away the rubble. You don't want to take any risks in case your ankle's sprained. Pull the fruit just to graze. Good. Half buried in the ground, you find a weathered stone plaque. Let's stay and dig it up. Gaze falls on characters etched in stone, some kind of writing system. Pick up the plaque, lift it up, and we find some provisions too. So an oxygen bottle, a little bit of sanity. Okay. There is a tent site up there, so let's go, or a cave, rather. Let's go to the cave that's on the path anyways. We'll stay at the cave because we don't have a tent. Because I just don't think you need to start out with a tent. It's very expensive, and the tents are good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's worth the high expense. We'll see, maybe I'll be proved wrong. But so far, I mean, there's so many caves and such. I think, ooh, so pretty, the Northern Lights. I like how they actually had the event that had it in, and they actually put the Northern Lights as... Enter a cave, follow the smell. Something bites a leg. Oh no, we flee the cave. Well, that's too bad. Significantly increase... Yeah. It's probably good for a little while. We do need to rest. So we're just going to do a short stay because we're going to lose a lot of heat. Okay. We do have enough energy to reach our tent. It's the first time I've ever had something really bad happen that's gotten me kicked out of the cave. I think it's probably better to go here first and then here. So that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, we actually do have to summit the mountain. Wow. Okay. Well, we get to summon it again. Yay! Summit Fever! Boulder grabs your attention, virtually rectangular and edges are smooth. There's also an oxygen bottle lying neatly wrapped on the rock, an offering. So we could take it, but offer... Yeah, we'll do it. Ooh, that's just barely gonna be in the death zone. I think we'll heal up as we cross the death zone this time. Network, let's wake the stranger. Doesn't react. He's in belief, packs up his belongings, reach out his pack to share his provisions. He thanked the stranger, he pays you no heed. Good. So lie down and sleep. Sleep for a long time, please. We're sleeping through the day. That's too bad. Yeah, we'll gain more when waking up. That sounds good. I'm pretty sure the summit's this way. So we don't see much though in this direction. That's gonna be unfortunate. Okay, we left the death zone. Good, good, good. There is something right there. We'll take these two things. Probably should aim to sleep. But we don't have a tent, so yeah. Just doing what we can. Okay. And then we'll head over here. Pretty sure this is it, but I can't see very far ahead, so yeah. Came across the ruined foundation farm dweller. Herbs are grown in recess, just about to gather them. Protruding stone catches your eye. It looks like it can be moved. Some sort of switch. Let's flip the switch. It jams. There's a click, and then secret compartment opens up on the floor. Inside there's valuable equipment. We have an oxygen mask. Cool. So that's gonna be handy. As we're not wearing anything on that spot, it's even better. Approach a skeletal tree. Can't decipher the writing. Find the spot very moving. Make a wish for energy. Level up. Maybe increasing the maximum oxygen is probably a good idea, since we are going to the top. There is the summit. Let's go here. It's mostly horizontal. Not really very anxious to cross into the death zone yet. Desert of snow and ice stretches before you. Radiantly bright as you're sharing in the sun. So do we wash it out, or let's wash it out? Yes. Close your eyes. Frozen, set off again with an uneasy feeling. That's fine. Ooh, that is actually a higher summit than we have been climbing too. Well, the weather I think clears up in the morning. Okay. Golden Eagle lands in front of you. Encounter by feels magical. Sanity or warmth? Let's go with warmth. I don't really think like we should go that way. So walking around in this storm is going to give us huge experience points. And at night too. Help us move along. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll keep doing that. Okay, that's a good path. Nothing too horribly steep. Okay. So I don't know if we're gonna cross into the death zone, but if we do, it's a barely. And then, yeah, we do need to go up to that peak. I don't think it's the death zone yet. Nope. We're still below. Good. And we have a tent site right, or a cave site right there, right where we need it. Perfect. It's in the middle of a day, which is a little unfortunate, but we need it. Okay. Maybe it's not that high. So it looks like this is the way we should approach it because it's going to be the least steep. Okay, step through. Giant arch. Okay, the big man who wants to trade. Take a tent. Cool. Dry and sheltered, let's lie and sleep. Ah, oh, thank goodness. Body temperature's gone down a little bit during the time. Interesting. It's just cold out there, I guess. So we're gonna go... I think this is a good path. Wide crack in the ground, abrupt halt, jagged ice. Jump across the high, or let's hold the ground. Tumble away, lose grip, come to a standstill. Whew. We lost temperature though, that's bad. I have another cave over here. Jingle fills the air. Watch the wind chimes and lose the flame. Well, we regain. Let's do sanity. Oh, there's another cave right there. Let's actually go to this one first. So we'll go here, then here, then here, then here, and we're gonna ignore that one. It's a steep climb on a out of direct path. Let's follow light. Coming from fireflies, good. We'll take a short sleep. Let it get to be daytime again. Okay. We are cold. Stumble across the remains of a building. Must have been a landslide. Search the rubble. Sure. Something shifts. Try to free ourselves. Don't know what happened. Examine a leg. Nothing's broken. You continue on your journey. So we've got a injured leg. Ooh. That's brutal. But we do have another cave here. There's even one over there. Mountain goat nibbling on herbs. Let's approach it in a friendly manner. He continues walking, okay. Approach a canyon, notice a rope has, let's stretch out. Do we want to use the rope? Or, yeah, let's use the rope. So it goes slack. Survive, torso is peppered. Well, that's fine. We're kind of toying with the idea of sleeping this off anyways. I think follow the smell. Mesmerizing pattern. Good. So leave the cave. We're cold. But I need no energy. I mean, we'd just be sleeping just to kill time, which I don't really want to do that. I think we'll sleep in this cave. Though we're gonna need a lot of energy to get over this. Touch the stone. We want warmth, please. It's funny how sometimes you just need one thing and sometimes you need the other. Whoops. We should have leveled up before now, but that's okay. Outline large rectangular object. Let's search the case. Just our luck. That's fine. Level up. Increase oxygen gain for a time, but increase sanity until no. Let's go with the experience gain. Okay. Yep, that'll take us to our tent. Actually, hang on. I'm actually gonna go to this one first. Sometimes the camera is just finicky with this game. Yeah, so we'll hit these three up. I mean, we don't quite need the energy. We have a little bit more, so maybe we'll go over here to that cave. I like that idea. Remains of a building. Must have been a landslide. Let's search the rubble. Spot a hollow boulder, reach out, we find some provisions. Band-aid, nice. That could save our life. Yeah. The extra experience gain is huge. Steps have been hewn into the stone. Some sort of religious site. We want... let's go with energy. Which means we're not sleeping in here because we're almost full metered. Okay, we found a cave. Follow light. Feel invigorated. We don't need to. Good. Lower energy costs on steep terrain, but increased sanity loss. Yes. This is very steep terrain that we're about to go against. So... let's just do it. Okay. Yep, we'll ignore those two. They're too steep a terrain. It's a high cost to get over there. Okay. So this time we'll be in the death zone for real. Well, hang on. Okay. We've entered the death zone. You take it slow, which will be extra oxygen when moving. Yes, I like that idea. So we're gonna do one of these because this is some significantly, terrifyingly high cliffs. Once again, encounter a common mountain goat. It's hiding behind a rock. It's pointing the direction. Let's hide behind the rock too. There's a large wildcat, and neither you nor the goat. Nice. That's cool. Thank you, goat. Well, obviously we're just gonna have to steep it. So let's go over here to the cave. We'll sleep. Then we'll hit this, and then here, and then it's pretty much straight up. There's just no good way to do that. Close to the stellar trees. Sounds like an avalanche. It's heading straight for me. We'll search the deer stand. An Arctic fox caught in the net. Won't be able to escape without your help. Should we free the fox? Or grab the food? Let's free the fox. Okay. I don't think we really need the can of food. Yeah, perfect. We're gonna make it right to there just in time. We're hardly even affected by the death zone. This is kind of crazy, actually. Okay, follow the wind. Search between the rocks, hear grinding noise. Turn back, it's just not worth it. Okay. Let's lie down and sleep. Sleep for a while, we need all of our energy up. 3.5 oxygen is all we're losing in 10 hours. That's nuts. Okay, I'm just gonna... Well, humor me. So this is the best way. So this, I'm gonna go this way, be a little bit higher energy route, but there's two different places to explore. So let's see what's in here. Forgot to level up, so let's do that. Controlled breathing. Yes. Yeah. We're barely using any oxygen. That's great. Now, we are fairly low in the death zone, but still. I bet you we're going to be using a lot once we start climbing this, though. Enter expansive cave. Water tricklets. Soothing tingle. Make some sound as they relax. Okay. 1,000 years dating back to the first people. You two achieve something that'll outlast you. Something people talk about for years to come. So a huge amount of sanity. Really, the only thing we're lacking is energy. So let's hit this guy up. Then I doubt we have enough energy to make it up in one push. So let's go ahead and sleep it off, maybe. Well, let's see what the event is. We'll get a little ways up. Tomorrow's gonna be cold. Cold is okay. A fallen antenna is blocking your path. Should we stay and look around? Let's look around. Climb around the struts. You open a crate. Line your belly to reach it. Find some provisions. Lose your balance and gash our knee. Lovely. So we have another tent. Well, the advice on Everest is usually climb high, sleep low. So we're gonna sleep low. Okay. Get our energy fully recovered, and then we're gonna use the grappling. The oxygen mask is pretty neat though. Oh, that's a very nice path. Still, very glad to use the grapple, even without climbing axe over the edge. Injured leg, that doesn't help. The injured leg and the climbing rope are roughly counteracting each other. Okay. We may go over there. Well, we'll see if we can use that as an excuse of where to come down. Summit, baby. Although it doesn't feel good that there's a much bigger mountain just right over here. But still, this is the summit of a mountain. Made it to the area with scientists supposedly spotted, even up to the top of the peak. No sight or sound of him. Maybe the young woman made it all up. Why would she do that? Take shorter breath. Notice a used oxygen bottle. Footprints lead away from it in the opposite direction from the path. Hope springs eternal. Wow. Okay. in that direction, which is actually the direction we came from, so... Interesting. Let's go to the cave. Let's level up before we do that, though. Reduce the cost, climbing wall, oxygen high. We'll use this. Our sanity is really high. And we're going to be going over some pretty steep terrain. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to just keep going. Once we hit this cave... I mean, it is pretty tempting to sleep in the cave. Extinguished campfire, there's a stranger. Let's wake the stranger. Doesn't react. Shake him, he leaps as though he's been stung by a rattlesnake. Knocks you flat on your back. He disappears without a word. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave the cave. Okay. Level up. So let's go reduce time cost when moving. I think that's the best one. We're going to use our last thing. This is very steep terrain, so it's almost certainly worthwhile. We're going to go over here. Does look like there's one that's not much out of the way. Yeah, let's do that. Very minor detour to hit something well worth it. Ooh. The energy use is so high. Now our oxygen use is quite high. So we're gonna have to, well, I mean, it was inevitable we were gonna have to sleep. Neither one of these is a cave. So unless there happens to be a cave close by, then we'll have to bivvy it, but that's fine. That's why we have a tent. I'm not that worried about the oxygen, to be honest. Energy a little bit more. Okay. Local man sitting up against the rock waves us over. As you approach him, he holds out an oxygen bottle. He says something, don't understand the word. Let's figure out what's wrong with him. Sure. Sure he hasn't dislocated his shoulder. Pull with a jerk, he screams. There's silence. A few seconds later, the stranger is beaming at you. That seems to have done the trick. He hands you a gift of the oxygen bottle. Aha! So... and heavy boots. Very nice. But we have no energy, so let's get down here. We'll stay right here at the bottom point. Boots crunch, ground gives way, only arms are free. We'll dig our way to the top. Cold fingers unbearable. You dig like mad until we can free ourselves. Okay. We had to do that because we didn't have energy, but I would not have used the energy there anyways, so that's fine. Alright, let's sleep. Long sleep, go through the night. Sure. Get our energy up. This is not going to be an easy cliff to get up. Maybe we don't need to. Let's do this. Yeah, that's a huge amount of energy. Oy, ay, ay. But we have a cave over here, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll hit this guy and then the tent. Hang on, I forget about this. Okay. 3 hours, this should be good enough. Yeah, that's gonna barely leave us enough energy to make it to the cave, which is fine. We can always BV it if we need to. We have tents. Ooh, bad storm day. Lean against the rock, distant melody reaches the ears, tender, beautiful, keep listening to the music. Good. Go. Okay. Yeah, if that runs out of energy, which it probably will, we might not make it to the cave. That's such a pity too, because that would be good. Oh, we're going this direction. I'm still gonna go to that cave. Discovered a buried chest. Let's dig it out. Find a vacuum flask filled with tea in the chest. Okay. So let's sleep here. It's a storm anyways. Build up our energy. Yeah. Then we know we need to go in this general direction, so let's stay high. Let's go over here. Okay. Rocks and debris as far as I can see. Maintain balance. Suddenly right in front of you, a shadow leaps out of the recess, comes straight at you. See a mountain hare, you scrape your knee because of a bunny. Ouch. We have the cave here, which we're probably gonna sleep in. Boy, I mean, all of the time in the death zone is just giving us more and more experience, and we are spending a lot of time there, but it's really not affecting us that much. We're actually gaining oxygen. That oxygen mask is awesome. Temperature, energy's not bad because you can always wait, and temperature usually isn't too terrible. Yeah, we'll go there next. And sleep there. Okay. Reach a small plateau, monoliths in a circle. Let's watch the figure this time. Something strange about the figure, filled with fear. Don't take our eyes off of him. Eventually they notice you, give you an angry look. Then they leave. Okay. Interesting. Gained a lot of experience though, that's good. So it would probably be good if we can sleep here. Let's follow the noise. Things louder. Use the flashlight. Knocking is muffled and regular, coming from a broken machine. Wait for a moment. Strange. Discover a metallic chest in niche. Had some provisions. Nice. Okay. Slide down and sleep for a long time. So we're using a little bit of our oxygen, but that's okay. Got another cave here. May as well explore it at least. This is gonna be probably the last mission for the day. I really like this game. I've had this on my to play list for ages. So I was trying to decide after we finished Chancellor Sonar, which has been on my playlist for like 6 months to a year. Walking through, slip, layer of smooth ice formed beneath the snow, making it almost impossible. Lovely. Well, our temperature's low, but everything else is fairly high. We do have tea, so we can drink that if we need to. Prefer not to, but I also prefer not to die. We're not that far away. Find a cave, follow light. This is the stone. Leave the cave and we're in great shape. Excellent. Gained us an enormous amount of energy back. It's just right there. Let's go ahead and hit these up. Staring at the star, you notice a shooting star and make a wish for sanity. Don't really particularly need either one. Yeah, we'll hit these 3, then this one, and then we'll hit the final note. Get out of here. I love all this time we're spending in the death zone. We're gonna rake up our bonus points on this mission. Okay, piled ahead. There's an avalanche here recently. We take the tea, we could start to dig. We're in pretty decent shape. The tea's tempting, but we'll start to dig. We'll find some fabric, pull a stranger out, no injuries. He hands us a gift, which is the tea and some climbing gloves. Lots of experience, cool. Gotta level up. Let's do Reduce time cost when moving and climbing while oxygen is high. Oxygen is high most of the time, so that's fine. Okay, got another. This one, 2 events, maybe 3. Sending the entrance to Glacier Cave. The ice that finds its way makes the walls blue. It's pretty, a little bit of a sanity and a lot of experience. Good. So we'll go down here. I think it's worth it to hit this guy up. Seems like it's not up too much. Yeah. It's all roughly level once you get down here. The temperature is low. We may have to use our last iced tea. Digisman, he's trying to get... Let's actually go up hurry. Twisted ankle, the open pain. Injury, ankle is already swelling up. Lovely. This time though, at least he didn't die. Okay. Branch of bush or inside webs. There's a hole. Let's reach in the hole. Cloth bag, and we found another tent. Okay. We have just about everything we could possibly take with us. Okay. This is probably silly. Let's go ahead and use this. This is the steepest terrain that we're gonna see. Whoops. And once this is done, then we'll just leave. Cool. Good progress. So next time we'll probably finish all of the basic quests and see if we can do some more advanced ones. We'll probably have to have a mission with the scientist. And I don't know what else we'll do. We'll see. I may only stream this twice. There's another game that I received a copy for. I'm excited. I haven't played it yet, but it sounds really cool. That we'll be playing soon. Smooth sparkling stone catches your eye. Complex crystals remind you of sapling, a beautiful sight. Examine the crystals. Stare at the pattern of frost transfixed. They may just be water molecules. They symbolize beauty and diversity of life. Stranger we feel. Okay, we got the energy. The temperature might be an issue. Well, if it stops us, then we'll drink some tea, but otherwise we'll just keep going. I think this is going to be just fine. It's almost counteract. The energy is really not a big deal. It's really quite fine. Okay. I didn't even notice there was a climb down there, but that's fine. And then just the final climb up, and we should be done with this mission, and thus with this stream. Spy tent behind the rocks. It seems good shape. We see a stranger wrapped in a sleeping bag. There's cardboard containing notes on the radiation level. This is a scientist. Cough quietly. Stranger invites you in. Without beating around the bush, you tell him about the time loop and adventures. He lets you finish talking and doesn't call you crazy when he asks if he wants to come with us. Notebook seems to say something about electromagnetic nodes. He gives you a knowing smile. She's about to leave. You hear a shrill siren. Green stone swallows us both. Okay. And we have time looped again. But this is pretty cool. Character proficiency is huge. Another character proficiency. I mean, item proficiency has gone way up. That's huge. So we're going to level up in character and item. "23 hours climbed in the death zone." We're almost at the next level for this. Jeez. Fur gloves, climbing gloves, and a bunch of stuff. Cool. So let's go ahead and do the unlocks. Finally, you're back. I've been waiting for you. Learned a lot out there. I think the time has come to take it to the next step. Stone reacts to the electromagnetic radiation. During experiments were conducted here, it must have overheated and imploded. Must have caused anomalies and triggered a time loop. All we have to do is repeat the experiment. All technical devices we need are dead now. There's another way. Do you notice the antenna on the next peak? Yep. Not only is the radiation stronger over there, the antenna also intensifies it. If we subject the stone to enough radiation, it might overheat again and reverse the time loop. It's just a theory, but right now it's our only hope. What happens if you refuse? After all, scaling mountain isn't exactly a walk in the park. You really want to find out more about the antenna structure. Okay. Feel free to rest or keep preparing. Know this test seems daunting. You can do it, I'm sure of it. I think it's wonderful you brought reinforcements and a real expert too. I'm sure we'll learn a lot from each other. Need to become a real team. Okay. So... We have just the 10. Let's take another can of food. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Characters. We have adventurer. He can spend 200. Reduce energy climbing at night. Reduce body temperature loss at night. That's probably pretty big. The journalist can minus 20% time change in events. That's probably useful. And then the scientist can do a bunch of stuff. Spend some time to gain experience. Interesting. So let's skip 4 hours and gain some experience. Spend sanity to gain a temporary buff of our choice. Sure, why not? Increase camera zoom until next movement. I do like that. Spend some time to gain it. Fine, we'll do that. Whenever you suffer a dangerous chain event, gain some energy. I like that. Okay. We have no team upgrades, so this is where we're going to leave things then for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know whatever questions or comments you guys have. Appreciate everything you do. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care. We will see you then. Bye-bye.